There's a lot of sounds happening outside. I don't know. Lord help me. Lord isn't helping me anytime soon. Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the channel. So today's video will be quite different because today's video is a story time. Now, I want to apologize for the sound of my laptop and my neighbor out. Everyone likes to me over when I record, so that's what happened here. That's what's happening here. I got my braces tight and I feel like I can't speak, but it's not even a big difference. Like, legitimately the smallest difference. Anyways, so last time I tried to tell this story, my iPhone overheated and then I had to re-record it. So we're re-recording because I kind of messed up last time. Let's tell the story and let's calm down because last time we were a little too angry. We're gonna start off with the first two people, Reagan and Kiwi. What? No. Well, three people would be Reagan, Jacob, and Kiwi. I don't understand why I named her Kiwi. Her name's Kiwi. So Reagan harassed Kiwi and Jacob and they were eventually just tired of it. They said, hey, leave us alone. And so they got a harassment contract on her and she's not allowed to talk to Jacob. She can talk to Kiwi, but she's not gonna. Because of this, she hates both of them. Kiwi was genuinely trying to like help and like ask Reagan if she was okay, but because Reagan has like too much pride, she just wouldn't accept a single like a word from her, and she's like, I'm not gonna listen to a word she says. Like, I don't care, like she can tell me anything she wants, but I'm not gonna listen to her. And I was like, Kiwi like genuinely like cares about you, but like whatever, that's your guys' business. A week later, she apologized to her. She typed up this like long message and she was like, hey, I'm sorry about this and this and this and that and that, like I hope we can still be friends. And then she deleted the text. We don't know about this yet. A day later, Kiwi walked up to me and she was like, hey, how come Reagan deleted the text? And I was like, what? She's like, yeah, she sent like an apology text and then she deleted it, so I didn't get to read it. I just saw it said, I'm sorry. She's like, huh, that's weird. I'm like, huh, I don't know, but I'm gonna pretend like you guys are friends now because she didn't tell me. A week later, we are sitting on the floor in a hallway. Now, on the other side of the hallway, diagonal to us, is Jacob and Kiwi, and then right next to us, it's Megan and some other dude. There were other people in the hallway, but these are the important people. Actually, Megan's not that important to the story, but she was there. Shout out to Megan. We were sitting on the floor, Kiwi scrolling through my phone. It's on her Instagram because she doesn't take her phone to school, and so she uses my phone. And I peek over, and she's like, what are you looking at? I'm down, I just want to look at my phone. And she's like, okay, well, don't look at my messages, because she was on messages. And I was like, why, you have something you're hiding? And she's like, no, just don't look at my messages. So obviously, I get suspicious. So I keep peeking over, and she starts deleting text messages. She's like, I don't want those conversations. Oh, but I don't want to delete these conversations. And she just deleted a bunch of conversations that like I wanted to read. I'm nosy, I'll admit it. Well, she hands me my phone back and I go to my messages. I'm like, see, I have nothing to hide from you. And she grabs my phone and she's like, okay. And she's scrolling through Instagram, my Instagram DMs. And she said, why are you texting my ex? And I was like, I didn't really text him. I responded to his story. He said something and then I said something and that was it. And she was like, okay, but you're still texting him. Like, why are you texting him? Like, are you trying to be friends with him? Like, what? And that was kind of suspicious. So already I'm just like, okay, like, it's whatever. And then Kiwi decided to open her mouth and say, hey, make sure Reagan doesn't read our messages where we talk all kinds of crap about her. And I was like, true. And Reagan got furious. When I say furious, I mean she literally wanted to gouge my eyeballs out in that exact moment. Like, I kid you not. She hands me my phone back. She said, I want you to fuck off. And then she runs off. And I try to chase after her and she just won't listen. She just looks at me, angrily looks at me. She's like, and I'm just like, please, I'm sorry. And she storms off. And then later that night, I texted her and I was like, hey, I'm super sorry. Like, I didn't mean it. Like, I didn't mean anything by this. I hope, like, you're not mad at me. And she was like, I am mad at you. And I was like, I'm sorry I texted your ex. And she's like, I'm not mad that you texted my ex. I'm mad that what you and Kiwi said. And I was like, oh, well, like, we were just joking around. Like, you guys are friends, so I assumed, like, you thought it'd be fun, too. She's like, oh, no, we're not. I unsent the message. That would have been nice to know, wouldn't it? Let's go to our date, our first 2 dates that me and this girl ever had. Let's start with graduation. We're at graduation with a couple of her friends. Everyone's having a great time. So then we go take pictures with all the seniors. But this one in particular really pissed me. She shows up to her ex, they take a picture, that's it, they leave. But then I noticed Reagan takes off the necklace I gave her and she puts it in her pocket. And she's acting weird. She's like, I can't breathe, like I feel like I'm gonna have an anxiety attack. And so we're like, okay, well, like, we're gonna leave the school anyways. We're all leaving anyways. So we go across the street, and then we all go home. Later that night, she texts me, and she's like, I still think I have feelings for my ex. Okay, I get it. You just saw him. You're never gonna see him again. Like, it's fine. Cool. Great. In that moment, I was like, sad. What am I gonna do? I just started crying, and I was like, well, I don't know what to tell you, because, like, this hurts me so much, and you know that. And, you know, eventually she just got mad at me for being mad at her because she still has feelings for her ex, but, you know, not my business. So, yeah, let's go to our next date, which happened the day after. She's like, are you still going to the pool party? And I was like, I don't know, like, do you still want me to go? And she was like, that's up to you. And I was like, no, like, it's really up to you. And she's like, I don't care. And I was like, fine, I guess I'll go. We have an amazing time. It was the best way to start summer off, and it sucks that it had to end like that because it was truly a perfect day. But you left it all in ruins. Later that night, I told her, I was like, hey, I'm going to sleep. But I really wasn't. I was gonna come back like an hour later. And I did, but I checked her account because she logged into my account and she left her account on there. And the day before, she texted her ex, hey, I still have feelings for you, good luck in college. And that was it. And that was fine, like, I didn't care about that. But then the next day, she's like, hey, come over. And he was like, I can't, like, I don't have my car. And she was like, oh, that really sucks. Like, I was gonna ask, like, you should come sleep with me. And he was like, I would love to, but, like, you know we can't. And she was like, why? And he was like, because then you'd get attached. And I was like, you know, not maybe because she has a boyfriend, but what do I know? So that happens, and I'm furious, and I just want to cry, and I'm crying, and I text her because it's been an hour, and I was like, I can't sleep. And she's like, okay, well, close your eyes. And I was like, but I can't sleep. And she's like, okay, well, close your eyes and stop thinking about things. And I was like, okay, well, I literally cannot do that. So sorry that I'm not able to sleep. And she's like, okay, well, you just need to close your eyes and shut up. And I was like, okay, I don't appreciate the sass and the attitude. And she's like, what attitude? I'm like, okay, you need to calm down. And I was like, be honest, you still have feelings for your ex. And she was like, no, I don't. Why would you even say that? And I was like, maybe because you said it yesterday. And she's like, okay, well, that was yesterday, like, today's today, like, why are you bringing up stuff that doesn't matter? I'm like, does it matter? It matters quite a bit. Like, it matters a whole lot. It matters so much because you're even texting your ex. So I log out of her account, I move on. I forgot what happened, but we just forgive each other, and everything was like fine, I guess. We're gonna get to another part of the story, so we have to go back in time. So we went from here to here, and now we're going back here in the timeline. So remember Jacob and Kiwi. So I was not allowed to be their friends because Reagan didn't like them. That was pretty much the only thing I wanted to mention. But now we're moving just a little further with my friend Jonathan. So Jonathan would sometimes call me during school, and this day in particular, I said, hey, call her. Well, call me, she'll pick up, and then you ask her, how come you're always breaking up with Julian? That seems kind of mean. She's like, oh, let me answer this. So they walk off, and she's like, okay, so the reason I do it is because at first it was for real, but then it just became a joke. Jonathan told me this, he called me and he was like, oh, she said this, and I was like, oh, so, you know, that makes sense. Like, when we first started dating, the first, like, 2 weeks, and then the 2 weeks before we started dating, I had a feeling she still liked her ex. I was right. And I told her, and she was like, yeah, I did, not gonna lie. I should have left her at so many points, and it's so annoying that I didn't, and I waited this long, because it's like, she was going to cheat on you, literally lied to you. And when I brought it up to her, what Jonathan said, she said, no, Jonathan's lying to you. And I believed her, because why would she lie to me? I still don't know why. Even when we were breaking up, she still lied to me, and it was crazy. So we're gonna move on a little further, and I'm gonna mention this one was, she had a crush on another kid. I got mad at her, but I forgave her. And I shouldn't have. Just wanted to jump in for a second to say, I had to cut something out right here because I thought this was too much to include in this story, just because I'm not here to ruin this girl's life, because I know kids from our school are going to find this video, they're gonna watch it, and they're gonna know exactly who she is, which sucks, but I don't want to ruin her life completely, or I don't even want to ruin her life at all, but I know that someone's gonna bring this up to her, so I thought I'd just take this part out specifically, because it's just bad on her, and if adult sees it, it's just bad for everyone. Basically, she made a promise. We both made a promise to each other, but she made the promise to me, and then I made it to her just cause. And then she broke the promise, and then she was like, I promise. And I'm like, do you promise? You're gonna keep the promise again? She's like, I promise. And I'm like, okay, good. And then she broke the promise again. So yeah, that's pretty much what this next clip explains. Back to the video, I guess. okay, I guess that promise literally meant nothing to you, but it meant a whole lot to see how untrustworthy you were. And that was another one of those moments where I was like, maybe I need to leave this relationship. But the final thing that, like, I left this relationship was when Reagan told me, you need to lose weight, you have 5 months. And I said, what? And she's like, 5 months, lose weight. And I said, that isn't even possible unless I do that unhealthily, unless I'm starving myself. And she's like, okay, well, do what you gotta do, but you gotta do it. I can do that easily. And I said, yeah, you may be able to do that easily, but I cannot. Our bodies are different, and that's just not possible. She said, well, good luck. And she was like 50 pounds, and I was like, what? And then she was like, to be honest, not gonna lie, I don't really care about your weight. I just want you to have abs and muscles. And I took a step back, and I was like, okay. I was like, okay, I don't even know what to say. And she kept apologizing, and I was like, okay, it's fine. Because obviously, I'm gonna pretend like the situation's fine. I'm gonna play the situation the way she's been playing me. So, she gets her phone taken away after this. We're all good. She gets her phone taken away for like a week. And she comes back and she's all into the relationship. And I was like, why didn't you be in the relationship like 4 months ago? But you know, it's none of my business. And so she's all into the relationship. She's saying like, cuddle, like, oh, come over and cuddle. Like, I wish you could be here with me. I want to go spend time with you. And I was like, oh, I'm going camping. She's like, oh my God, I wish I could go camping with you. And I was like, yeah, wish you would have said that before. But you know, I was just like, oh yeah, cool. And we get into an argument. I want to talk about this argument because this argument's kind of like, I can't talk about this argument. We get into an argument and she was like, so what are you gonna do? Break up with me? And I was like, yeah, I guess it's my last choice. And she's like, no, you're not. And I was like, yeah, I am. And she's like, why? And I give her all the reasons I said in this video. And she was like, none of those reasons are good. The only one you can get mad at me is the time I got mad at you for no reason. So all of them. He says I'm not allowed to break up with her because none of my reasons were good enough. And I was like, they're all good enough. She said, stop bringing up my ex. You can only get mad at me of this. This one was a joke. This one was a joke. Like, you can't get mad at me for that. And I was like, no, I can get mad at you if I really want to, just because I want to. And you can't tell me that I cannot get mad at you because these are my feelings. Just like how you can't tell me who I can't be friends with, but, you know, you still did. So, what do I know? And so after this, we break up, and we're going back and forth constantly, and she's like, you never loved me, like, I loved you from the beginning, and I was like, no, you didn't. You even admitted that you never loved me, that you didn't want to be with me, and you even admitted that you wanted to break up with me. But I guess you loved me from the beginning. She's like, I loved you from the beginning, I just didn't realize it till now, and I was like, well, dang, you should have realized it sooner, then we wouldn't be having this fight. And then that was it. She texted me, she's like, do you really think we'd ever get back together? And I was like, to be honest, no, which is why I said we should just stay friends. And she's like, okay, well, I'll see you around then. And I said, all right, I'll see you around. And then I was like, good luck. I hope you take this time to mature and find your true happiness and take your 15th birthday as a new chapter in your life. And she went off on me. She was like, what's with you and my ex and saying that I need to mature, like you guys act like you're so perfect, you guys aren't, you guys act like children, I tried so hard to be perfect for you, and I was like, I was just being positive, and I was like, I guess, but like, whatever, and I don't know, that was it, and then eventually, we just stopped talking, and that's where we are today. We haven't talked since, and that was like 2 days ago, so who knows. I'm 100% sure she's gonna tell her friends the story and leave out the details of the times she emotionally hurt me. The abuse, basically. I mean, that's the kind of person she is. She makes the situation seem like she's in the right, when in reality, in this situation specifically, she's in the wrong, and she'll never realize that because she has too much pride. She was in denial the whole time we were breaking up, and she thought I was just messing around. And even then, she texted me, she's like, I have so much on my mind, like, my birthday, I'm growing up, I need to mature. Well, she didn't say that, but she was saying, like, it's my birthday, I need to grow up, and, like, you leaving me wanting you to say you're sorry, and we just get back together. And I was like, I'm sorry, but that's not gonna happen. And yeah, that's where we are. I made this video for 2 reasons. Kind of like the last one, I wanted to tell a story that was important to me, but also I want to tell the story to a lot of friends, and it's so much to say that I can just send them this video and be like, this is what happened. Now, to my one friend, if you send Reagan this video, thanks, I guess. I don't know. I'll be mad at you, but I won't stay mad at you because it was gonna happen eventually. Well, Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Go to the channel, subscribe and like, and go check out some of my other videos down in the description below. I will see you guys in the next one.